Hello Internet, this is BoneCarlos coming to you live from Ohana to bring you another StarCraft 2 shoutcast sort of thing. The players today are going to be Joshua spawning as the Red Terran. His opponent is going to be none other than NoobPWNage spawning as the Blue Zerg. They're going to go ahead and go back and forth and chat for just a little bit, talking about League and all this other fun jazz. At the time of this upload, I do believe both of these players were gold. But since then, I do think that Joshua has made it into Platinum, so thumbs up on him. Last check, he was in top 5 Platinum, and NoobPWNage last check was in high Gold. So, yeah, pretty much a little bit of a high mid-level range of play, but that is A-OK since it's going to be a PVT. Scratch that, is going to be a TVZ since, let me just check to make sure there isn't a Protoss player. Nope, no PV anything. Definitely going to be a TVZ. And as you can see, Joshua's already going to go ahead and wall off the top of his ramp. So we're going to see a standard sort of play out of both of these guys for the first, I don't know, 24 minutes or so of the game before they decide to go into whatever tech path they decide to go to. Already interesting thing to note is NoobPWNage isn't scouting with his Overlord, so something that he could go ahead and change about his gameplay. Just go ahead and make it all the way across this map, and just to poke around and fly around for just a little bit. He'll be safe for a circuit or two before this barracks finishes. I mean, if you would have sent that Overlord to scout, it would have been, I would say, around here by the time that barracks is about this time. So you would have made it into the base. You could have gone ahead and just checked around before that Marine even pops out. Just to get that initial scat. Already we see a drone by NoobPWNage. He's going to go ahead and go across the map and do his little shenanigans. His tractor is already done. I'm expecting him to put down 3 workers there as soon as possible. Nope, just 2. There's a third. Boom, boom, boom. Spawning pool pops. And I expect him to just gather up his gas for just the cheeky little sort of things that you normally do. And Joshua is actually doing something very interesting, already expanding at the 311 mark. So very interesting since he hasn't completed his wall off. And if I were NoobPWNage, I would be licking my chops just a little bit, maybe some sort of baneling bust, and just start macroing out those Zerglings. And already that banelingness goes down immediately, seeing that command center being put down, no wall off. And whoa, Joshua, what are you doing? Wow. There you go, wrong build order, already putting down a bunker. There it was. But even if it was a wrong build order, pulling away that many SCVs for just a single drone, yikes. That's just a lot of mining time waste, especially in the early game. The baneling nest is about to get done. We already see the queen vomiting that larva, but no extra queen just yet, and really no expansion for NoobPWNage at all whatsoever. We're going to see him building up plenty of gas, or saving up plenty of gas. Actually put down the metabolic boost, which is basic increased movement speed of the Zerglings. 4 actually being produced, 2 more on the way. And now he's playing really bad, but that's okay. He already has a bunker at the top. He's going to go ahead and finish off his wall off. His command center is completed, so currently the Terran is up 2 bases to 1, obviously. And we're going to see 10 more Zerglings being produced. You're going to go ahead and cross the map and expect to see a very quick baneling bust coming out of NoobPWNage, and expect it come out, I would say, within the next minute or so. Tech lab being put down in the barracks while a second barracks is being built. And we see 3, there you go. That looks like the refinery was just finished up, so finally gas is being used by Joshua. But this could be very bad for Joshua, especially if he doesn't put down anything else. I mean, a single, not a single, but quite a few banelings could just take down this bunker very, very easily, and then the fresh stream in of Zerglings will pretty much finish off the job. And speaking of the stream of Zerglings, a pack of bad asses are crossing the map. I'm sorry, I have Borderlands 2 on my mind, but what I like NoobPWNage is doing, he's going to go ahead and spread his overlords around, make sure there's no kind of drop play happening on his base, and really the single base that he really needs to worry about. Looks like he's missing a couple of larva injects, but that's a-okay. We're already going to see a huge run by. Oh my, oh my, oh my, these Zerglings are going to have a field day with these SCVs. Huge mistake by Joshua. Looks like NoobPWNage is going to go ahead and put a couple of those Zerglings in the corner and morph them immediately into Banelings. The ramp is up, and looks like this Marauder is going to go ahead and get a few kills here and there, but NoobPWNage is going to go ahead and not fall for that trickeration. Going to focus down the reactors, going to do what he can to take out those add-ons. This Marine, goodbye, it is done. These barracks need to be lifted off along with this orbital command. As just there you go. Now it is safe to go on to the next base, and it looks like he's NoobPWNage is actually in a really great spot right now. He could just morph a few of these Zerglings into Banelings. He could just keep morphing these Zerglings into Banelings as one, just do a double pronged attack. Joshua is having the time of his life, laughing, enjoying his semi-trickeration. Really, he's gonna go ahead and pull SCVs off of mining, but really these buildings will go down. You don't really need to use these Banelings for anything. Just no. Marauders are really terrible against individual Zerglings. They do high DPS towards I would say the roaches, but this many Zerglings is going to go ahead and start nibbling away at those buildings here and there. But this is NoobPWNage. This is where you want to bring in your fresh stream of Zerglings. I mean, right here you have plenty enough to just start harassing the top part of the ramp. And looking at the income tab, we see finally NoobPWNage is taking his second expansion. 17 harvesters to Joshua's, or 17 harvesters Joshua, and finally that bunker. Oh my, Joshua just doesn't know what to do with his minerals. Zerglings in his base, in his face, left, right, up, down, side to side with more in the front. NoobPWNage has 2 pages worth of Zerglings that he's able to go ahead and do whatever he wants to. Looking at the worker kill count, 10 workers kill count to Joshua's 1, so definitely in the favor of NoobPWNage. But right now, 1 base to 1. Really, Joshua is still laughing out loud, as you can tell by, actually he's laughing out loud. As you can tell by the text, and it looks like NoobPWNage is just going to go ahead, scout around, make sure that 3rd base isn't being taken, and looks like a nice little shift of drones are going to go ahead and transfer over to the expansion, while I would actually say NoobPWNage just morph these all into Banelings and just shove them down Joshua's throat. Why not? Have your way with them and just have fun. Looks like this bunker is going to be salvaged. And right now he did a decent amount of damage, but he's really not in the lead. Looking at the income tab, we see the harvester count is slowly gaining for NoobPWNage. The food supply is definitely in his favor, and now that he did the damage necessary that he really wanted to do by capitalizing on Joshua's mistake, you want to keep that pressure on, keep that harassment going. Don't let Terran macro up with those mules, with those orbital commands, and just keep the pressure on and do whatever you can. Here come the Banelings. 3 more are being morphed in. 4, 5, all of these are being morphed into Banelings. No Roach Warren just yet. No 2nd extractor on the main. No 3rd or 4th. And no second. Well, the 2nd queen actually pops as soon as I was going to note that, so good for him. These Banelings are just itching to get at these buildings, but at this moment there is quite a few buildings here to take down. There's not that many Banelings if you really think about it. They could focus down this bunker and then just stream into these Marines quite easily, but if Noob just puts them on a move, they will take out the supply depots, which is really not what you want to be using these Banelings on at the moment. Looks like he's going to go ahead and push forward now. Looks like the Zergling's going to stream past and get taken out quite easily. Banelings are going to go straight for the Marines. Nice, decent split by Joshua, but still not enough for NoobPWNage to take them out all completely. 3 Marines do survive, 4 survive as well, and Joshua's going to go ahead and say even trade, and I'm going to go ahead and have to agree with him. Units lost tab, we see 59 for NoobPWNage and 34 for Joshua, but the resources are really in his favor. 2,200 to only 3,000 by NoobPWNage, and another fresh stream of Zerglings are going to go ahead and head on out. I would like to see him research these centrifugal hooks for the Banelings if he's going to continue this harassment, because that really could have helped him out a lot. And looks like his bunker is still up. A few free Zerglings for Joshua. Looks like NoobPWNage is going to go ahead and just skip all of these altogether and head straight into the heart of these SCVs. And let's see if he can get any more kills. But no, Joshua is quick to pull those SCVs back. Finally, those Marines of Marauders are there. Nice, decent surround. SCVs join the fray, create some sort of a meat shield, robotic shield, really, for the infantry units of Joshua, and it looks like these Zerglings are just going to go ahead and survey the rest of the map, the main base, and morph into a Baneling. It's going to just... oh, no. NoobPWNage is going to go ahead and start up his third base, but really no creep spread. This is really would like for NoobPWNage to work on this for just a little bit. Look, this queen has 105 105 energy. That's enough for 4 creep tumors. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just continue on with that creep spread alongside with this queen. It has enough for 2 more, and it looks like NoobPWNage is going to go ahead and gear up for his own tech path. He put down a roach warren. He already has a lair. He's starting to gear up on these extractors. His third base is going to pop any second now, and these overlords are just hanging out doing their thing. And right now Joshua has plenty of barracks to start building up. He actually has an abundance of barracks. Yikes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 barracks in total with a single factory. More than likely going to go ahead and put down a starport as soon as possible to gear up with his bio ball. 2 refiners here just sitting there not doing much. But looking over at the income tab, we see the harvester count definitely is favored NoobPWNage, 46 to 25. And look at this. What is Joshua up to? Looks like he's going to go ahead and do with an SCV Marine Marauder all in. And I think NoobPWNage might be safe if he decides to put down a couple of more spine crawlers. Here they come. He looks like Joshua is waiting no longer. He looks like he's gearing up to try to take out this third expansion. And here comes the transfer of drones, and they're going to be in a world of hurt. What is NoobPWNage building right now? 5 roaches. They will be there in time. Looks like it's going to be 3 spine crawlers for defense alongside with those 5 roaches that are being built. 7 zerglings. So here come extra spine crawlers. It looks like NoobPWNage is finally spotting this, but really he's not reacting quite in time. It looks like roaches do pop immediately, go into the fray. Roaches start attacking willy-nilly, doing whatever damage they could. A single, double spine crawlers do go down. Looks like the third might go down immediately. Yes, they do a skim forward of all these Marines. Are going to go ahead and push forward. 11 roaches are being built. Finally, the queens are there. The drones are going to start attacking 3 queens. Plenty of energy for transfuses. Not sure if he's going to be able to use that or not. Finally, all the SCVs are down. NoobPWNage decides to pull into the high ground. 3 roaches are there for 3 kills. Only get off 2 volleys of acidy spit. Spine crawlers are going to be put down willy-nilly, and if I were NoobPWNage, just use all of these drones and put them down wherever possible. Scan does reveal that NoobPWNage really doesn't have anything at the moment in production. We see nothing else really being built. It looks like these spine crawlers won't even be there for the defense. They get taken down almost immediately. The Marine Marauder count is still high. Roaches are being taken down very, very quickly. Double evil chamber for nothing. Spine crawler here, spine crawler there. They're going to be focused down immediately by Joshua. He's going to go ahead and split his forces, try to take out all of these queens. It looks like Joshua is going to hit NoobPWNage exactly where he needed to hit him, because he was definitely unprepared for this attack. No more units on the field. 30 zerglings are going to pop immediately, going to be focused into the back, but I do not think it's going to be enough to be able to take all of these down. They immediately be morphed into Banelings. Now this might be a very interesting strategy, and it looks to see if NoobPWNage is going to hold off this push. Zerglings here, Zerglings there, a couple of spine crawlers are going to be there. Drones are being pulled off the lines. The Banelings finally do pop. And now, it looks like Joshua is ready for the Banelings. He's going to go ahead and split off his units. Here come the Banelings. Going to go ahead and scream forward. Joshua sees this, stems back, splits off his units, sacrificing here and there to hopefully to survive long enough to keep this fight alive. Drones are going to go ahead and be transferred over to the third, but behind this, we see a single SCV still mining. Plenty of energy to put down those mules, and Zergling's going to go ahead and try to chase away these Terran forces, but the stutter step is too powerful, and now double spine crawler, single roach for defense, plenty of Marines, a couple of Marauders, but they are definitely in the orange run health. You can't just attack at your leisure. A couple of nibbles here and there. Marines are dropping. Marauders are dropping a single roach, double spine crawler. This one already has 6, and now it looks like Joshua is running away and going to go ahead and attack whatever he can attack, and that is in the form of a single overlord. NoobPWNage is going to go ahead and try to morph in whatever he can, and it looks like he's morphing in 11 drones. That's not what you want to be doing right now. Go all in with your opponent. You have a single mining base, plenty of drones. He actually can't build it since he doesn't have a spawning pool, so good play on him. He's going to go ahead and take all of these drones. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and head him over to his third base. So now looking at the income tab, we see 20 harvesters for NoobPWNage, 6 for Joshua. And and look at these Zerglings go. They're going to be taking down 1 Marine, 2 Marines, and they split. Baneling Nest is going to go ahead and slowly die. A final stand by this Marauder leaves it with 2 HP. Actually, this Roach could just go ahead and try to take it out. A couple of more Spinecrawlers are going to be put up for defense, but now in production we see 4 Marauders, 4 Marines, and it looks like the power of the Mule is going to go ahead and look at the income tab. Yep, the power of the Mule is right there, even though he only has half of the Harvester count that his opponent does. So good for Joshua playing Terran. He's going to go ahead and try to make the most of these barracks, start producing here in just a moment. These Spinecrawlers could actually be canceled, and now it actually looks like, yeah, the Baneling Nest was taken down, but the Broodlings took down the Marauders. So now it looks like it's going to be 1 base versus 2. Here comes a second attack by Joshua. He looks like he wants to finish this. He's going to go ahead and try to take on as many units as possible, lifting off this barracks. Not wrong barracks, actually. This add-on is interfering with this lift off this barracks. If you want to save those 3 Marines and put them into the fight. And here comes Joshua. He's going to go ahead and finish the fight that he started 5 minutes ago. Here comes a couple of extra Spinecrawlers. Actually, a single Spinecrawler there. Another one is being added for defense. And here it comes. Looks like a single SCV there to tank some of the damage. And looks like Joshua's going to go ahead and set her safe away. No surround for those Zerglings. Going to go ahead and head straight into the heart of those Spinecrawlers. More losses are occurring by the second. Both players are going back and forth. Resources are definitely favored Joshua, losing roughly half of NoobPWNage, but now it looks like Joshua has NoobPWNage on the ropes, only on 1 base, while he is free to attack wherever he sees fit. Look at mutiny on the battlefield. Finally, this reactor is going to go down. He says, you know what, instead of lifting off and canceling that build time, I'm just going to go ahead and take out that Spinecrawler. And finally, the Zerglings do manage to get us around, but it looks like these Spinecrawlers are not where they should be. NoobPWNage is going to be in quite a bit of trouble. Joshua has stepped himself behind enemy lines. These drones are just going to go ahead and head on home. There is not enough minerals mined to put down another hatchery. Josh is just trying to inflict as much damage as possible, keep his opponent off guard, not letting him recover, not letting him recoup, while at the same time trying to build up his entire economy that he threw away in that attack. And finally, it looks like Joshua's backed himself into the corner. He's going to go ahead and stim, but it looks like he's going to take out quite a bit of drones, and it looks like NoobPWNage decides to pull on back with the Terran army up against the ropes. A fresh squad does push forward to help out with reinforcements. It looks like these Spinecrawlers are finally going to be going down in a volley into in 3. In production, we see another expansion going down, but NoobPWNage says this is it. He took out all my unit producing structures, and that is it. GG, well played. So good game on both players. This is a really entertaining game. Loved it. Joshua knew he was behind with all that early harassment by those Zerglings, by those Banelings. Decided to just go all in. It didn't necessarily do that. Didn't necessarily do the finishing blow, but like I said before, I don't really like to call plays or build orders all in, because if you do significant damage, is it really all in at that point? We saw that Joshua did enough damage economically that even though NoobPWNage barely held on, he did enough damage to pretty much keep himself in the lead. So that was it for this replay. I hope you guys enjoyed. If not, leave comments down below on what I could do to make these more enjoyable for you. Also, if you guys want me to cast one of your own games, upload them to one of the major replay sites. Drop.sc is very popular, or sc2replays.com. Upload them to there. Send me an email with the link. I'll be more than happy to take care of it for you guys. That is it for me. I am going to head on out of here.